Every fitness journey begins with a choice, whether it's going to be one day, which could be tomorrow, next week, next month, or it could be day one, you start now. Whatever the purpose is, people start working out for many different reasons, many different purposes, seeking different goals, whether it's just trying to be in shape, stay healthy, or just change the image in the mirror. People work out mainly for the proposition of just bettering themselves. Most people go to the gym either to just get stronger, lift heavier, or they just want to change their physique and how they look. Sorry. They just want to change how they look. People work out just wanting to change and improve themselves. I started my fitness journey when I was 13 in the 8th grade during 2020. I started working out with my brother, and he got me into working out, and I seen the changes that he had when we started working out, getting bigger, lifting stronger, and it encouraged me. Initially at first, I just wanted to get bigger, and of course I just wanted abs. I was 13. And later on, my goal changed when I started playing football in high school. I realized like it was really beneficial to get stronger, and my goal switched to just strength training. Strength training and hypertrophy training are two different but very beneficial for the body, increasing and improving one's health. While strength training focuses on increasing one's strength, while focusing on the amount of force and output your muscles can produce, and hypertrophy training on the other hand focuses on toning and conditioning, as well as increasing muscle size and mass. Strength training is obviously the focus on increasing one's strength, increasing the amount of weight one can produce, while it focuses on mainly compound workouts and uses low rep range from 1 to 5. And just focusing on increasing one's strength. Hypertrophy training, on the other hand, is ideology of aesthetic working and pleasing one's looks. As earlier, like I said, I wanted a six-pack. I'd be more on that aesthetic and looks aspect. To preview my main points, I'll first talk about strength training and what it consists of, what workouts you should do, what repetitions are required, the sleep process, the rest time period. And I'll do the exact same for hypertrophy training, focusing on what workouts, the different workouts you should do, repetitions, just the difference between the two, and how the process should look. And finally, I'll accumulate the difference between the two, talking about what is best for what goal you desire. In American College of Sports Medicine, they talk about strength training consisting of compound workouts, which is mainly bench press, squat, deadlift, could be shoulder press. It's mainly using the Olympic bar, 45 pounds. As the weight increases, the rep range should go lower. Say, if I want to bench and I have 250 pounds as my 1 rep max, I should do for 2 sets 80% of that. So that would be around 225 pounds for a low rep range. As you are increasing your muscles by working them harder at a higher rate. So you want to get and stretch your muscle fibers at a good pace, but also not too high, because as 250 would be my max, you want to go lower, but also reach a certain amount of reps. In Healthline, they talk about how 1-5 rep ratings at 80% is perfect, but reaching your new max will also increase as you're increasing your strength. But this is good for muscle tear, as it's pushing your limits and going beyond your desires and capabilities. When you're working out strongly or heavy, it's very beneficial to work out with a partner, as they can help you do force reps, they can help you, guide you. As weight increases, it's very crucial for accidents to happen, and it's very helpful for someone to be there. Hypertrophy training, on the other hand, involves muscle size and conditioning, where muscle fiber is tearing more, but that also equals mass growth. It's different between strength training, where you want to get strength and be stronger. Hypertrophy training focuses on size and looks concept. This also involves protein synthesis or eating, as Healthline states. Its recovery process is very crucial because you are tearing and being tiring. Same with strength training, but it's just you're more focused on sleep and recovery. And for hypertrophy training, you're focused on growing or eating and sleeping properly as well. For hypertrophy training, you want to have moderate weight. So you want to go lighter, not as heavy, and you're reaching for higher reps. You're you're trying to reach failure at a higher rep. So instead of benching 220 pounds for 1 to 5 reps, you would want to aim for higher reps from 6 to 12, but at a lower weight, so probably 150, 170. If my one rep max is 250 pounds. The goal is to keep your muscles under tension. You want to keep them in pressure, where that's where muscles grow. The longer they are under tension, is more better capability for them to grow. As both workouts of hypertrophy training and strength training focus on improving the body's health, it just depends on what goal you desire and what you're seeking for. If you want to grow muscle size, you try to focus on hypertrophy training, reaching higher reps, lower weight. But if you want to gain more muscle, you would seek higher weight, lower reps. In MK research, they talk about how muscle failure is great for muscle strength and muscle growth. Even if it's hypertrophy training, reaching failure is good, but when you're doing strength training, you also want to reach failure as well, just at a lower rate of 1 to 5 reps. To sum things up, it just depends what your goal and what you desire. If you want to look better in the mirror, if you want to just have abs, or you want to have definition in your muscles, you would aim for hypertrophy training. But if you want to get stronger, be more healthy, or just overall just go to day-to-day lives, like how I got influenced by my brother and seeing how strong he got, you want to aim for strength training, lifting more weights. And as an athlete, you do both. It just depends what time of season, but also depends what type of goal you're also seeking. If summertime's coming around and you're really focused on strength and you just want to look good, we go for hypertrophy training. But if you're in the summer and you want to bulk up and you want to gain more mass and move more mass, we focus on strength training. Overall, it just depends on what goal you want, what desires you need, or what you're looking for. You can see the difference between the two here. That's purple is hypertrophy and strength is red. You want to work 2 to 3 muscle exercise per muscle group. And for hypertrophy training, you would want to do 3 to 5 exercises per muscle group with a higher rep range and a lower rep range. With 60 to 80% of mass for strength training and 50 to 75 of your 1 rep max for hypertrophy training. Rest periods do define as they do increase and help you, but it does matter. So if you want to do strength training, you should do longer periods of rest. If you want to do hypertrophy training, you should do shorter periods of rest.